So I want to ask you a question. Have you guys heard of the 12 divine rays of light? Have you heard of that? So I have a request to share some perspective on this, and I don't know anything about it, so I'm going to do a journey into the 12 divine rays of light so we can discover some things about it on the energy side. I'm just going to read the request out loud, and then I'm gonna go into it. Okay, it says, "Hi Abby, I want to give you an inspiration for a new YouTube video. It's about the concept of the 12 divine rays of light. It would be wonderful to receive your perspective on that and possibly even some tips on how to better connect, integrate those." Okay. Oh boy. What do you think I'm going to experience? Do you think I'm going to experience 12 divine rays of light? Okay. Here we go. Relax. It's like a total purification. It's super gentle. What's interesting is I feel like I am a master, like like a Buddha type expression, a master of myself, master of my own spirit, entering a gateway, a doorway to a realm of purification. Why would a master need to purify if they've mastered themselves and their own spirit? What then would they need to purify of that mastery? I will say the energy is so gentle. It is so sensitive and loving. It's like getting a heavenly bath in pure light. It's almost hard to speak through because it is just so breathtaking. It's interesting as I don't see any color here. It's all what is like a white energy. It's just cleansing light energy. I'm going to go back to the feeling of being a master that is entering through this gateway into a space of purification. There's a being here, he's male. He has long white hair, and he's very young looking, like in his 20s. He's super awesome. He is like a purified teardrop. His energy is just, I mean, it's like the long path of Dorothy getting to the Emerald City and now being totally spruced up, but 10,000 times better than that. It's like the heavenly teardrop of pure love. And he expresses that energy to me. It's breathtaking, beautiful. I mean, this is everybody's dream come true type heaven. It's just so wonderful. I mean, I myself, like, I can't even talk to the guy because I'm just like, wow, this is great. This is great. I'm trying to chill out here, but it's pretty great. All right. I swear to God, I'm going to chill out. Okay. I'm back to being the master of myself and my spirit. It's a very achieved level of self-awareness. That's what it's like, okay? He's so sweet. He's so kind and loving and patient and just wonderful. But he's just pure vibration of love. Okay, he's talking to me about divine light, 12 rays of light, representing what is like 12 actual people. And he is one of the 12 people. And I'm instantly excited because he's the one that came to talk to me first, which means that there's a connection between my light and his light. And I'm starting to become aware that I am tuned into a very special ray of light in this 12 rays of light. And his light and my light are very closely bonded, and that's why he came forward. What's also interesting is I am experiencing myself as a master of myself and my own spirit. It's in a way saying that we should all feel this way. We all have a right to feel a master of ourselves and our own spirit, and by choosing that self-expression, we are being honest with our truth. You could say that, no, there's definitely no way I've mastered this thing. That's your perception with the human mind of the finite version of your expanded reality. And the truth is, you actually are a master. And you need to start identifying yourself as a master. Not with your mind, but with your heart and with the truth in your soul. And that you too are a part of the 12 rays of light. What's interesting is I'm a part of all the rays of light, but this specific ray of light is the first one that comes to me, but I am also going towards simultaneously. He represents a silver color. It's even metallic in a way. This is really difficult, actually, because my soul's walking through the doorway of this metallic silver divine light, and I've seen many things that are very painful, and I'm holding on to a lot of pain, and I feel like I deserve to be punished. And I never will forgive myself. We're talking thousands and thousands. I mean, it's unfathomable, the lives. Guilt. Having to make decisions that weren't going to be fair to people I loved. And them never understanding why. And having to live with the feeling that I've let everybody down when there really was no other way. Hating myself for the situations I've put myself in, situations I've put other people in, situations of suffering that I blame myself for. There's more unimaginable lives, like you couldn't even believe it. I can't even understand it with my human mind. So let's just define them as alien lives of chaos, okay? And so he's here with me to help me through my emotional relationship with myself. And it makes me want to vomit. I can't cope with my own reflection. And so there's a time of crying inside myself and crying with him. And he represents the element of water. And the element of emotion. Feelings. He's a representative of God, too. He's like part of God's mind. And this representation of God, this silver ray, he's like unfathomable versions of himself. I'm a part of his totality. I'm a part of the totality of all rays of light. But this ray of light is one that I need to work with right now. So I'm just staying with it. And he takes me to a beautiful waterfall, and there's very intense blue energy that is radiating from the waterfall. It's like a surreal fantasy, amazing waterfall. It's like not even real, but it's full of energy. I mean, it so amplifies the energy of blue. This is another hard event. I walk into the waterfall to be purified by this energy gift, and again I'm faced with more of my painful memories. I mean, I can't even begin to describe how many lives we're looking at here. Right now we're looking at the difficulty. What I'm still holding on to. It's interesting because how often do we hold on to our lifetimes of happiness? How often do we hold on to our memories of pain and suffering? I mean, how many happy memories do you reminisce in all day, every single day, versus how many disappointments do you reminisce in all day, every day of a single human life? I'm starting to shift my relationship with the experience. Instead of resisting, I'm choosing to rejoice in it and be grateful for it and to receive it fully. And what's interesting, it's not like getting whipped. It's like a resurrection. When you can stop judging yourself, when you can just simply love yourself, you resurrect yourself. And it is a total resurrection. If you have the strength, you will be resurrected. It not only takes strength to look into the hardship, it takes strength to forgive everything. Or just to simply not judge and to love yourself and every choice you ever made, no matter what. Not with your ego that you do not possess in this place. You possess your soul in the way your soul endured the experiences. The soul endured it. And if you can, on the soul level, let go of judgment and look into the mirror of yourself and love yourself no matter what choice you made, no matter what happened. It creates resurrection. And it's a resurrection in this metallic silver ray of light. And this man is turning into a being that's made out of silver, is what it's like. He is a representation of challenge, no doubt. It's not particularly easy to work with this ray of light. He shows me both sides of himself. This great, pure teardrop of heaven, but he shows me the pain and suffering side. And if I can love him, if I can love both sides of him, that too is loving myself. That too is loving God. It's looking through what you would define as bad, but being thankful for it, grateful for the learning that comes from those experiences, having the strength and the courage to endure those experiences and still to get to the other side and love yourself. It isn't easy to visit these rays because when you go into one of the rays that you're connected to, you are facing your own mirror as it relates to the reflections of that ray. And that ray is going to have the dynamic yin-yang experience going on. How your soul has explored the yin-yang of that ray. And how you chose to balance that ray of light that you are. I feel still like a bit clingy, like I'm not sure what to do next. Like, I don't know if I feel complete yet. So I'm just standing here looking at him and I'm just doing that. I say, well, I don't know where I'm supposed to go now. I feel like I should know, but nothing is coming to me. He says that if nothing is coming to you, then there's nowhere you need to go until you know where you need to go. So wait until you know where you need to go. And he reminds me that there's nothing but time. There's no reason to be in a hurry. He's showing me that it's a bit overwhelming to go through this process and bring it back to the human mind and body, to conceive of myself through this experience is a bit dumbfounding. So then to rest, to give myself permission to rest. He wants all of us to explore what we've learned from this. And he reminds all of us that we are all a beautiful ray of God's love. And that there is a home for each and every one of us in the heart of God. And the heart of God is like this gorgeous sun with the rays of light that stretch out forever, for eternity. It's wonderful to feel a part of something. I'm not one to limit myself to one specific version of an identity because I feel like I'm a part of everything. I will say there was a comfort to my human self to feel a connection with something I didn't expect, to feel a curiosity about it and a desire to learn more about that side of me, and to realize that if I'm gravitating towards this one thing, that my human senses and my soul are wanting to know more about that side of myself and to relate to that and to open more of the door to learn more about that side of myself. I see how the silver ray too, it gives, it's like, it keeps giving what is like sparkle energy, sparkles. You see all these beautiful sparkles and like giving of itself, wanting to share more of its beautiful, it's like diamonds in the sky, but it's like reflecting light from the metallic color, and it creates gorgeous reflections of light, and it wants to share the gorgeous reflections of love with other rays of light. But it's like it is so in love with its own beautiful self-expression, and it is so beautiful that it's so worthy of being received, you know? To being thankful for it and all that it represents. Ask him what would be a way for others who may not be as psychically developed to visit with the 12 divine rays of light, where they could receive something of resurrection as I have. He wants you to know what it feels like to be a master in your heart, to tune into the master that you are, and to return home to a ray of light, to be received by the ray of light itself, to be purified by the ray, is for the ray to look into your own soul, to illuminate your soul journey, and to welcome the healing of all those parts of your soul, all the parts of your soul's connection with that ray that you feel drawn to. And to feel safe in that process of healing. It's like a desire within your heart is all you'll ever need. Feel really different. Just surreal. Thank you all for hanging out with me and exploring this experience. And I hope that if you choose to give this a try, that you find it to be transformative and resurrecting for you as it's been for me. All right. Thank you all again. If any of you are interested in exploring a psychic session with me, please visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. I'm also on Patreon at Abbey Normals Wisdom Quest, and I have 2 other YouTube channels you can check out. One is Abbey Psychic Services, and the other is Zodiac Energy Readings. All right. Have a great day, everybody.